News at noon.
A Newburgh man made his first court appearance Friday following a standoff that lasted hours. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. Details are coming up. Also, shockwaves still being felt from the Supreme Court's decision Friday to overturn Roe v. Wade. Protests continued in cities from coast to coast this weekend. We'll take a look. And 4th of July is next Monday, and firefighters have some tips on how to stay safe while celebrating the holiday. That's coming up along with the rest of our stories. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. First, after a great weekend weather-wise, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. How's the weather looking, Devin?
Hey Susan, happy Monday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Air quality alerts. We haven't talked about this in a while, right? We could have issues with code orange, which is considered unhealthy for some of the sensitive groups. So that's why there was some air quality alerts along the southern parts of the state. This will drop this afternoon, though, as we have some rain moving in. That cold front will help to clean the air. So if the air causes you some issues, definitely stay inside until things begin to improve. There's also a small crowd advisory up until about 6 p.m. this evening, though, as that cold front moves in. We'll be watching for some gusty winds as well. For now, the rain is moving in from the west to the east along with increasing clouds. This will approach during the morning and afternoon period as well. So once things get going, we'll get this line through, then things will begin to improve as we head towards the evening period. But here it is right here, moving from the west to the east as we speak. So for the rest of the afternoon, we'll watch that develop and things calming down later tonight, even becoming mostly clear in a few areas, but some fog could develop in a few spots. And also some wind as well. Gusty winds reaching up to about 15 miles per hour, even 25 miles per hour in a few spots, calming down later on tonight. So your forecast for today, lower 70s, afternoon showers and thunderstorms with that south wind getting up to about 50 miles per hour. A few higher gusts are possible. Later on tonight, 55 degrees, showers and thunderstorms, early areas of dense fog as well. Well, the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, upper 70s, partly cloudy, a few sprinkles possible. West wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. In your hourly forecast for the afternoon period, showers and thunderstorms, temperatures in the 60s and 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. Fire marshals are investigating what caused a fire at the cottage beside the Prospect Harbor Lighthouse this morning. Firefighters were called to 115 Lighthouse Point Road in Gouldsboro at about 5:15 a.m. Crews from as far away as Millbridge and Blue Hill were called in to assist with the fire. Few details are available at this point. We do have a crew at the scene, and we'll have much more on this story tonight at 6. A Newburgh man made his first court appearance Friday following a standoff that lasted hours. 51-year-old Lee Baker had his bail set at $10,000 cash by a Penobscot County judge. Baker was arrested and charged with domestic violence, reckless conduct, domestic violence terrorizing, and domestic violence criminal threatening. Around noon Thursday, the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office responded to a report of a firearm being discharged and a female saying she had been assaulted. Deputies made contact with the woman and attempted to make contact with Baker. After several failed attempts, the Sheriff's Office Special Response Team and State Police Tactical Team responded to the scene. Several hours later, Baker was taken into custody without incident and transported to the Penobscot County Jail. 4th of July is next Monday, and firefighters want you to know a few tips to keep yourself and other people safe while celebrating the holiday. Old Town firefighter Connor Galvin says his town does allow fireworks, but people still need to take precautions. He says the best way to do that is first make sure fireworks are allowed in the town or community you'll be celebrating in. Lieutenant Bartlett says firefighters will need to be on standby to help should anything happen.
Don't point them at people, be away from them when they do light, and don't have them near other flammable materials.
Galvin says there are safety tips on each product so you purchase, so if you're a first time, it doesn't hurt to take a look.
Don't allow children to set them off one at a time. If for some reason an accident occurs and one does not go off after being lit, do not attempt to handle or relight it.
The Uvalde, Texas mass shooting that claimed the lives of 19 children shocked the nation. A bill proposing to add more gun safety protections recently passed in the U.S. Senate. A.J. Douglas has the details.
Our bill will save lives.
Senator Susan Collins partnered with other lawmakers for a bipartisan Safer Communities Act. The potential law will allow additional funding to states to restrict firearm access to those deemed a danger to themselves or others.
And helps ensure that dangerous criminals and those who are adjudicated as suffering from mental illness cannot purchase firearms.
The bill plans to extend background checks of those 18 to 21 and the National Instant Criminal Background Check System by reviewing juvenile and mental health records. Prosecution of those convicted of buying or selling guns illegally, known as straw purchases, will face stricter convictions.
Our bill establishes new specific criminal offenses with significant penalties for straw purchasers and firearms traffickers.
It really seeks to do is make it easier for federal prosecutors to prosecute in a more streamlined way these straw purchases.
Angus Norcross, treasurer for Pine Tree State Rifle and Pistol Association, says more extensive background checks for people 18 to 21 will result in delays in the NICS system. He fears any added gun safety laws will nudge states into passing red flag laws. Executive Director for Maine Gun Safety Coalition says the organization has pushed for exactly that.
Fellow organizations around the state will be pushing to have a real red flag option in the upcoming legislative session, in addition to the yellow paper law.
Senator Susan Collins emphasizes that she has no motivation to take away any law-abiding citizen's Second Amendment right. A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Shockwaves are still being felt from the Supreme Court's decision Friday to overturn Roe v. Wade, the landmark case that gave women a constitutional right to an abortion. Protests continued in cities from coast to coast last weekend. Now there's a new focus in this tense debate, the abortion pill. ABC's Jay O'Brien has more from Washington.
Overnight, a candlelight vigil on the steps of the Supreme Court following a weekend of protests from abortion rights activists after the court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. Protesters filling the streets in cities nationwide.
Our body, our choice!
Most demonstrations peaceful, but in Vermont, windows seen smashed at the State House, and in Colorado, a Christian pregnancy center burned. The High Court's decision now leaving it up to individual states to regulate abortion. So far, 8 states have already outlawed abortion, and 11 no longer have a single clinic performing the procedure.
There's confusion, shock, concern, a lot of questions about why care was not available in Arkansas, but it would be available potentially in Illinois, for example.
Anti-abortion rights groups celebrating.
I'm actually very thrilled after many rosaries and a lot of praying.
For many, the focus now turning to abortion pills. Recent data shows abortion pills, some mailed to women and taken at home, are being used in more than half of procedures in the U.S. Hours after the court's decision, Attorney General Merrick Garland saying states cannot prohibit the use of the FDA-approved abortion pill, mifepristone. But in South Dakota, the governor indicating she plans to ban the pill from being mailed to women in her state.
I don't believe that telemedicine abortions are safe for individuals, for women to conduct at home.
Other states like Texas, Arkansas, and Arizona also working to restrict abortion pills, teeing up a potential clash in court with the Biden administration.
Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, a new Harvard University study shows home ownership is now out of reach and unaffordable for low-income and working-class Mainers. We'll take a look at the numbers when we return.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This local business would like to wish you a happy Independence Day, along with safe and fun celebrations all summer long.
If you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again. There's absolutely no fee unless we win money for you.
I called the twos when I was hit by a speeding driver. Lowry and Associates started working for me for no money up front. I never paid a penny out of pocket, and they settled my case for over $165,000.
I'm Jim with Lowry and Associates. Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
The signs of spring are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And the flowers bloom with warmer days on the horizon. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort with the changing of the seasons. With a push of a button on a Fujitsu heat pump, you're ready for whatever spring brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
ABC 7, Fox 22, Tossie's Checkout and Convenience Store, and Prouty Auto Body want to send you to see Keith Urban live in concert on his The Speed of Now World Tour with special guest Ingrid Andress, Saturday, July 23rd at the Main Savings Amphitheater in Bangor. Sign up to win tickets by registering at Tossie's Checkout and Convenience Store in Glenburn. Stop by and check us out. And Prouty Auto Body in Dover Foxcroft. Win tickets to see Keith Urban, July 23rd on the Bangor waterfront.
Some things just go together, like Saturday mornings and cartoons, sunshine and roses, and Spectrum Mobile and Spectrum Internet. Great by themselves, but built to work together so you get crazy fast speeds and even more advanced security. So you get fast speeds when you're out and faster, more secure connections at home, because they're made to go together, like socks and sandals.
My dad wears those.
Sounds like a cool dude.
He's not.
For fast speed and more security, get Spectrum Mobile and Spectrum Internet together. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store today.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
A new Harvard University study shows home ownership is now out of reach and unaffordable for low-income and working-class Mainers. A decade ago, you needed an income of $58,000 to buy a typical $230,000 Portland home. Brad Rogers shows us home prices here have more than doubled, while the median income has only inched up.
In Gray, so it's a little farther out of the Portland area and wanted to be closer to Portland.
Sonny Pecoraro says when her family started looking for a new home in Portland, they realized they'd have to pay $300,000 more to get a home similar to their own.
In the price range of what we could sell our house for, even though it could sell for a lot more, there's no way we could afford anything that's even close to the quality of our home right now.
Her friend and coworker Melinda Larson owns a home in Gorham and was looking for a new home there.
And we just kept getting beat out. Cash offers, $100,000 over asking, like it was crazy. It just got so ridiculous. We weren't even in like top 3 offers and we were going 30, 40,000 over ask.
Both decided to give up their search. Local realtor John Hatcher says they're not alone.
We're seeing a lot of disappointment. We're seeing what we call buyer fatigue, where they might make offers on 7, 8, 9, 10 properties and unsuccessful in acquiring it.
Right now, the median home price in Cumberland and York counties is a staggering $473,000. To afford a home at that price, you'd have to earn more than $130,000 a year. Yet the median household income in southern Maine is $62,000, not even half that.
Cumberland County, York County are expensive areas nationally.
To give you another idea how competitive the housing market has gotten, one home recently went on the market for $310,000. The owner got 34 offers. One couple offered $60,000 over asking price and still didn't get the home. Hatcher says in a balanced market, the average home sells in 6 months. In this seller's market, homes are selling in 6 days and for well over asking price.
It's unprecedented. We've just never seen that. In the last 3 weeks, we've had 3 properties that have gone under contract for 20% over asking.
The hope is new home construction and rising interest rates will slow the housing market, but it hasn't yet in Maine.
Anything that we were looking at, I mean, it went off the market so quickly.
The oyster industry is booming and farmers across Maine are harvesting during the busy summer months. Our Stephanie Wittenbach visited a small oyster business in Deer Isle and has the story.
I love just being out in the water. It's my happy place.
Abby Barrows is an oyster farmer with 2 other females contributing to her business in Deer Isle. Her company, Long Cove Sea Farm. She bought the business from a previous fisher back in 2015 and has grown ever since.
A lot of wonderful freedoms of running your own business, but also a lot of responsibility.
Barrows says she has only 2 other people who help. One farm manager and the other Gisela Nucciaroni, who is her farm hand and helps on deck at Long Cove in Penobscot Bay.
I went to school at COA. I was mutual friends with someone who did an internship 2 years ago with Abby. Her name's Anna. She's not here today.
Barrows says it could take a few years for oysters to become market size. She and Nucciaroni spread nets across Long Cove and Penobscot Bay and every morning clean them off, take the ones that are ready for shipping, and does it all over again the next day. On her boat, Barrows shucks an oyster and tells us the biology.
So this is called the lid. That's the cup. And this is the hinge. You can see the muscle there. Right above it is his heart. This is his stomach. These are the gills, so they pass the water through there. That's what they're filtering that 50 gallons of water a day. You sever the bottom of that muscle so they can loosen them from the shell. And now he's ready to eat.
Barrows says she hopes her story will encourage farmers in Deer Isle and Stonington to look into oyster farming and get into the business. She says her biggest dream is to reduce plastic in the business and educate people on the island. In her store, she sells homemade vignette for the oysters and shucking knives. You can find more of those items at longcoveseafarm.com. In Deer Isle, I'm Stephanie Wittenbach reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Now with Monday's business news, here's Leo Jonathan.
The nationwide average for a gallon of regular gas down a whopping 4 cents in the last 2 weeks. That's according to the Lundberg survey. The average is still over $5 a gallon. Smartphones are getting more expensive. AT&T and Verizon are raising the rates on older plans still used by some subscribers, though no longer offered to new customers. The hikes range from $1.35 to $12 for some plans. And Amazon Prime Day, the company's yearly shopping bonanza, is coming up on July 12th, and while estimates say sales will likely hit nearly $8 billion, up 17% from last year, growth from Prime Day has been slowing recently. I'm Leo Jonathan with Monday's Business on ABC 7.
Coming up when we return, we'll take a look at a business that began when the pandemic started, and today they're thriving. That's next. We'll be right back.
Are you eligible for Medicare? Joe Montana is, and he enrolled in a WellCare Medicare Advantage plan. He knows about coverage, and WellCare provides the extra benefits he wants.
Hi, I'm Joe Montana. When you get to be 65, you have little patience for nonsense and inefficiency. That's why when I qualified for Medicare, I went with WellCare.
Take it from Joe. As a WellCare member, you get a $0 or low monthly plan premium on your medical coverage and prescription drugs with $0 generics. And that's not all.
Plus, a flex card to pay for extra dental, vision, and hearing expenses, an over-the-counter allowance, and even give-back plans that put money back into your Social Security check every month.
Call us at 1-866-636-7403. We'll send you our free Medicare all-in-one guide with everything you need to know about Medicare and tell you how to get a $0 or low monthly plan premium on your medical coverage, prescription drug coverage with $0 generics, dental, vision, and hearing coverage, a WellCare Flex card, money for over-the-counter items, and up to $840 back in your Social Security check every year. WellCare is committed to providing our members great Medicare coverage that includes extra health care benefits. If you want to learn more about WellCare, call 1-866-636-7403. We'll send you our free Medicare all-in-one guide with everything you need to know. Or visit our website, enrollwellcare.com. That's 1-866-636-7403. Or enrollwellcare.com to enroll today. WellCare, it's Medicare done well.
If you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again.
They got my hospital and surgery bills paid for and got me $250,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
From executive producer Peyton Manning comes a new game show where the only way to win is to keep it together.
This show's crazy, right? I can't believe I'm hosting a game show.
The Final Straw, July 10th on ABC and stream on Hulu.
A Dover Foxcroft restaurant doesn't make waffles just for breakfast. They also make them for lunch, dinner, and dessert. When Michael Begley, his mom, and stepdad moved to Maine, they realized there weren't many options for breakfast restaurants. Originally starting in downtown Dover Foxcroft, the family opened Peace, Love, and Waffles in 2019. The restaurant shut down in 2020 but reopened the following year. From a blueberry cheesecake waffle to chicken and waffles, the restaurant offers over 25 different options on its menu.
These are going to be waffle whoopie pies. We make them right in the waffle irons that we have here, and we wanted it to be kind of a reflection of what our menu is here. So we're going to have blueberry waffle whoopie pies, maple bacon. We've got a rainbow one that we're doing. Ube, which is a yam from the Philippines.
He said they plan to make about 2,000 waffle whoopie pies for the annual Whoopie Pie Festival in Dover Foxcroft. Bangor Waterfront turned up the heat with fan favorite food trucks during its annual Beats and Eats Food Truck Festival Saturday. The Food Truck Festival featured tons of foods and drinks. Some of the food trucks included This Little Piggy, Mr. Tuna, and Wonderlost Coffee Company. The event kicked off around 11 a.m., but the party didn't stop until 8 o'clock.
We just came out to kind of get out and check out the weather that finally arrived. Right now it's 80 degrees. As you know, it's been a little bit less than temperate right now, summer weather. So we're just trying to get out and get some good food.
During the festival, people could enjoy music from the main stage by the Tourmalines and Rowdy Yates. Whoopie Pie Fest was back in Dover Foxcroft, and thousands gathered to get the sweet taste of Maine staple everyone talks about. Festival organizer Patrick Myers says the event attracted nearly 8,000 people. He says proceeds from the festival benefit the Center Theater for Performing Arts. Many who came to the event were first-timers.
I'm from Saratoga Springs, Utah, and yes, this is my first Whoopie Pie Festival. It's kind of like a big Oreo cake kind of.
Myers says attendance did set a record. It was the first time the festival has been held in person since 2020. When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
When moderate to severe ulcerative colitis persists, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When UC got unpredictable, I got rapid symptom relief with Rinvoq. Check.
When UC held me back, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC got the upper hand,
Rinvoq helped visibly repair the colon lining. Check. Rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission, and a chance to visibly repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie could help you save.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Bucksport, is sponsored by Comfort Shoes and more. Come to Newport today and get professionally fitted so your feet will be pain-free again. Bucksport Golf Club, a charming yet challenging 9-hole course and the home of Duke's Bar and Grill and Banquet Center. And Dave's Auto Repair and Towing in Bucksport and Ellsworth for AAA emergency services and quality cars, trucks, and heavy equipment repairs.
If you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again. There's absolutely no fee unless we win money for you.
I called the twos after a big truck put me in the hospital. I never paid Lowry & Associates a penny out of my pocket. They came to the hospital, got my medical bills paid, got me $350,000.
I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Maine Maritime Academy cadets returned back to Castine Harbor Friday morning after spending nearly 2 months at sea. Matthew Juroncic has more.
Maine Maritime Academy cadets returned with their families after being overseas for 62 days. The cadets traveled to both domestic and international ports, where they learned about the importance of teamwork in various cultures of the places they visited, which include Charleston, South Carolina, Bermuda, and Iceland. The educational trip was led by Captain Jordan MacArthur. MacArthur talked about the important takeaways of the trip, including teamwork skills and learning about oneself.
The biggest thing is that they learn about themselves. Is learning how to work as a team, learning how to work safely, use tools properly, and how to relate to each other in a very confining shipboard environment.
Upon returning, cadets got their names called and shook hands with MacArthur before returning with their families. Along the voyage, the group became one unified family.
So we sailed without about 170 students between juniors and freshmen, and overall everyone kind of becomes like siblings almost. We are predominantly male, so it's kind of like having 150 brothers.
During the 2-month journey, the cadets completed requirements in order to become certified U.S. Marine officers for the United States Coast Guard. This year's group was smaller than past years, which usually averages 240 cadets. However, the group's spirit was just as strong.
It was great. A lot of really positive energy. Everybody's kind of thinking that COVID's behind us, but wherever we went, it was everybody was all in, learning about the different cultures and exploring and just being good ambassadors for the state of Maine and for the U.S.
Matthew Jurancic, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Irish 22 cheerleading teams held a car wash in Hamden on Sunday as they look to raise money for the National Cheerleading Association camp. Hamden Academy head cheer coach Mackenzie Madden says the camp can be really expensive, and the car wash allowed everyone to have a chance to attend. Senior Montana Langley says that Hamden Academy says the camp is 4 days long, and it's a chance for the team to learn new skills.
It's really, really good for team bonding. I think that's where we start making all of our friendships and get used to each other for the year.
And says enough money was raised at Husson for each team to attend the camp. After a hot weekend, temps are down a little bit right now. Let's check your full forecast with Devin Bigg. How's the week looking, Devin?
All righty, happy Monday afternoon. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Already, air quality alerts. We haven't talked about this in a while, right? Air quality alerts are up for the southern parts of the state, lasting until the afternoon period, with code orange air quality possible in these areas, which is considered unhealthy for the sensitive groups. So if you're affected by this, definitely stay inside and keep the air clean, at least until things improve later this afternoon. By about 2:45 p.m., we'll see this getting dropped, but a small craft advisory also up along the coast, lasting until about 6 p.m. this evening with a cold front moving in. That'll cause some gusty winds from time to time as well. For now, the rain is moving in from the west to the east, so we'll need to be watching this. So some heavy downpours and, of course, some general thunderstorms also possible as this line right here moves in ahead of this cold front, though. Once this moves in, temperatures will actually start to rise as soon as we have another system now begin to move in. Temperatures could possibly make the 80s later this week. But wave fronts increasing around 4 to 5 feet according to some of the buoys out there, too. So starting to get a little bit more active along the coast, though. And we have the winds to thank for that, with gusty winds reaching up to about 20, maybe 25 miles per hour this afternoon, calming down as we head towards the overnight period. So moving forward, our average high is 78 degrees, lower 70s today. Then there's that gradual warm up, lower 80s by Wednesday, middle 80s by Friday, then backing off as we head towards Saturday into Sunday. All right, the humidity may be on the rise a little bit, though. We have it up there today, though, before that cold front moves in. Falling back Tuesday, and we have to wait till about Friday into Saturday for the dew points to rise into the middle 60s. So futurecast moving through showers and storms this afternoon. Things start to calm down later on tonight, even becoming mostly clear from time to time, with areas of fog as well. But then by tomorrow morning, though, the fog will go away. Maybe an isolated shower or storm not out of the question. We're thinking maybe a few sprinkles at this rate. They're mostly clear as we head towards later Tuesday night and a parts of Wednesday morning. So a forecast for today, lower 70s, afternoon showers and thunderstorms. That south wind getting up to about 15, maybe even 20 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 55 degrees, showers and thunderstorms early. Then the clouds begin to break up, areas of dense fog as well. And the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, upper 70s, partly cloudy, maybe a few sprinkles or light rain showers possible. West wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Already, Scott's Recreation extended forecast Wednesday, partly cloudy, highs in the lower 80s again on Thursday with a small chance for rain. Mostly cloudy by Friday, highs in the mid 80s.
Thank you, Devin. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.
This week, Jeopardy is rockin'.
Hit me with your best
shot.
And the players are rolling.
We have a very close game. You've just taken the lead.
Plus,
You've auditioned for Jeopardy since 2005?
find out how it took